I don't know if this is working actually. Yeah, all right. Wait a second. I'll be ready more or less in a moment. And right, okay. That's working. All right. Okay, you can hear that. That works. I have a lot of money. And I don't know why I have a lot of money. I think that game doesn't actually let you restart and actually not. Let me just. Sorry, multitasking and failing miserably. The game.
Nice move.
I don't think it lets you actually reset the amount of money you have.
Always one step ahead, buddy.
So when you restart the game, or in my case, I just deleted the save file. It won't actually let you start over completely. You'll still have the money, which is, you know, fair enough. Why am I playing this trash? I don't know. Maybe I'm just that bored. I'm gonna skip this cutscene. I don't care. Game looks about the same as I remember. It is modded slightly. I just have one single mod that removes some part restrictions. That's it. It's an off-road car. Maybe. I don't know. Just wanted to, you know, see, was it really as bad as everyone remembers? I have a sneaking suspicion, plus, you know, I genuinely think people, if you had this game instead of 2015, in 2015, the game that, you know, if the game that followed Rivals was this one, people would be, I mean, granted there are, of course, unique properties and qualities of 2015, people remember, there are reasons why people like 2015, but I'm telling you, half of the reason people like 2015 so much is it has everything to do with you know, people wanting a game focused on customization, or at least a game that has a fair amount of customization. And you know, this would have fit that category. If we had this in 2015 instead of 2017, a lot more people would like it. I really don't miss the off-road though. That's the truth. Actually, you know, I'm afraid to say this. I think the off-road in this game to off-roading. Maybe. Slight. Ever so slight. This game's really beating up my CPU. Why did it just do that? That was a cutscene. You know, they should have made it closer to the actual setting.
Fortune Valley.
Weather.
A gambler's paradise in the desert. You can buy anything here, even luck. Let the rich play with cards and dice. Those of us born in the shadow of the casinos, we take our chances at 100 miles an hour.
I don't care.
Everyone in position? Jess?
Standing by outside the circuit.
Is this the race
Mac?
where you have your
Mac
own
Attack
flag?
is ready to roll.
You named your truck the Mac Attack.
Oh, this thing. I have to use the code exec. Alright. So why is it the Regera that I can come back to Need for Speed? You know. I'd be much happier with the Regera R, Regera RS, CCX. Regera is just kind of its own thing, you know? If you want code execs in your game, you don't really want Regera necessarily. You want it, maybe Regera as well as... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Also, this thing seems to have a top speed limit. I think, somewhat reminiscent of what's wanted a 5 and that slower variant of the car. Maybe later on, you get the, properly fast upgrade. Oh, I was not paying attention. Alright. You know, I remember when this game came out, so many people were so happy about this. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's like playing Need for Speed 2015 except you can turn, you know? And people didn't initially cry about the graphics. They're like, okay, you know, fair enough, it's probably what 2015 would look like without rain. And for someone who has seen what 2015 looks like without rain and mods, it ain't pretty. This is the one that just tap it. Just tap it. There it is. There, dead. Whoa! Alright. Remember the one thing, I think I actually had to properly pay attention to what's happening. Well, time limit, rather. Also, frame rate is fucking amazing. This game was never optimized too well. I mean, I actually thought it was. And I remember very distinctly after a certain update or something like that. What happens is, frame rate just spikes over and over again. It's just, you know, everything's all fine at 70 frames a second, and then boom, 45. Yeah, it doesn't want to hit past 167. Understandable. I don't know, he's spamming to
I'm on my way.
skip the cutscene, come on. Anytime. Oh, right. Maybe I should just turn the dialogue off completely. Whoa. Did not want to turn. Oh gosh. How did does this thing have that much wheel spin when it's all-wheel drive? You can tell from driving it doesn't have crazy amount of power either. I think that's interesting. You know, the Ghost Need for Speeds. Cars have crazy, ridiculous wheel spin. Except in 2015, but you can... Oh gosh. You can kind of tell that they would, but the situation is, you know, even if you have launch control disabled, I'm pretty sure there's like a default launch control that's more or less enabled. There's baked in launch control of some sorts, you know, make it stronger or weaker with control actual game. Alright, let's just get past this opening sequence. Once again, I was not paying attention. Those Camaros. So, with the whole thing about Shaw, did they really just more or less copy things overall? So I'm going to reduce the volume of the game a little bit.
Where's the car?
Lena Navarro.
I think that's better. Yeah, I should have checked earlier. Boy.
So you pull up next to a real sweet ride. What do you think?
Just
How
want to
much does it
skip
cost?
that.
How fast can it hit 100? I tell you what I think. I see potential. I see the nice
Shut
edge
up.
of control. That split second where I put
I don't
everything
care,
on the line.
man.
I see myself winning
Come
it
on.
all.
Morgan! The boss would like his car now.
Yeah.
I just
I'll be
want to
right
do
there.
something else, man. Okay, fine. One of the really confusing things about this game is only a few, more or less races, events, if you want to call them. If you want to call this, I wouldn't really call this a race. It's only a few times where you actually drive around in the city, which is a shame because it's a decent city, I think, anyways. Again, I think people are very biased and, you know. I mean, yes, is this game good? No, it's definitely not. Mediocre, but it's mediocre, you know? If you get it on sale for $5, you'll have fun with this. Come on. Like, don't... Like, be real with yourself. Is this game really that bad? Because half of the people I'm talking to, even if I'm talking to nobody right now, people I know, so many people that I know, enjoyed this game like none other. All up until, you know, they got bored of it because the post-launch support was bad. And truth to be told, yes, it was missing some features and there are issues. There are issues with this game. Don't get me wrong. Also, the upgrade system is pretty bad. I mean, the list can go on. All these things make for a mediocre 5 out of 10 game. You find for $5 and it's a decent, you know, you'll have fun with it for $5 if you don't think too hard. Okay. How much more of this stuff is gonna happen before the actual game starts? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I just want to skip, man. Okay. Why let me skip just to skip to a different cutscene. Okay. Okay, I think we're actually gonna start the game now, more or less. See, I would have liked this as an actual race in the city, you know? I mean, I don't know, am I crazy? I actually like the city in this game. Might not look so good. And that's more or less a graphical thing, but you know, this would have been a cool place to drive around in 2015. You know, I'm just gonna say it. I think I prefer Payback's map to, well, this part of Payback's map to Heat's map, or Heat Cities. I don't know. In Heat, they're just boring. It's just block after block. It's horribly boring. But here you have an actual, like, look at this place, man.
Just give me a time and a place.
Whoa, slow down. You think the house hires just anybody?
What a waste.
You have to prove yourself first. Show me what you've got for some races around town. Make a shot.
They definitely put time into the city. It's just unfortunate that they went to a mediocre game. Not a terrible game, a mediocre one. Big difference. You see, I remember when I think some people somehow figured out how to get the maps of other Eagle Engine games to other ones. Like you'd have what's it called? Yeah, someone took the map of Need for Speed Carbon. It imported it to Most Wanted, and vice versa. Imagine this game's map, just the city, forget everything else. But in Heat or in 2015. Wow, those are solid. Okay. I learned something new. You know, I wonder why they didn't let you just even if it's just these races that you do now, why couldn't the game just let you replay them? In better and faster cars. I have no idea. The game's difficulty is set to hard, by the way. Yeah, someone's gonna ask, well, did you actually enjoy this game when it came out? Yes. Yes, I did. And I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. It's a piece of software. Still think people need to get over themselves. Yeah, this game's mediocre. It's kind of bad. Some bad things about it, but, you know, you don't have to dedicate your life to hating it. That'd seem a little sad, wouldn't it? No, I'm not talking to anyone in particular. It's a whole bunch of people, you know, from time to time. And again, it's not a big deal if you hate this game either. Who cares? But just like, you know, either be consistent or just don't be whiny about it. That's my thing anyways. Pretty soon here, I think I'm gonna... Nope. Not the photo mode. How do I My question is, how do I change the handling or the tuning? Look at this cool construction place thing. You know how cool that would be to explore in Heat or 2015 for that matter? I would. I mean, granted, it might suit a Burnout game a bit better, but oh, you can really feel the brake boost. Okay, I don't know what's. I think the 319 that refers to. Well, no, it can't refer to the R34, yes, because I remember this story already. I haven't been paying attention, I've just been skipping cutscenes, but if you lost it or whatever. But I might also dial down the graphics settings a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that real quick. What is it? Vegetation, I think, is one of the ones that. Oh wow. Okay. I went from like 59 and then like 90 to 100 frames a second. My gosh. What? I was thinking about maybe changing it down to medium, but that seems to be the frame rate boost I needed. And again, it could just be this area. Okay. Okay, it's the area. It's the area. I'm down to 70s and 60s, but hey, not 50s. And that is what I was concerned about. Right. The sense of speed and heat is so much better. It's not even funny. You just can't even compare the two. Oh boy, the frame rate. Yeah, I think I spoke too soon when I was talking about how good the frame rate is after disabling vegetation, or lowering it. Vegetation is pretty ugly in this game, actually. I guess on whatever setting I have now. Right. Hopefully we can have access to our own car soon.
Fine, you proved you can drive. We're setting you up with a new ride, so you look the part.
Alright, I'm getting in my car. According to the story, if you will. Alright, back to this. I'm actually going to increase shadows again. But vegetation. Let's have that. Wait, did I not even change anything? So I just placebo changed the frame rate or something? Or more or less I got into a place that's less taxing. And I tricked myself into thinking that it made a difference. I like the better shadows now. Alright, cool. Wow, so, just completely ignore everything I said about graphics. That's really upsetting. If I didn't, and a little pathetic. I'm like, oh wow, these changes are great. And then I didn't actually change anything. I just believed that I changed something. Man, that's sad. Anyways, who cares? We're playing Payback. Who cares, right? Something's going on in my life when we're playing Payback. Is this the race with the M5? Yes, I think it is.
Enjoy the new ride, Morgan. Make sure you get a feel.
All right, I got this. Laura,
Okay, where am I going? Right. Man, I can't get over this. Like this place is cool, okay? This place. I'm not saying anything about the rest of the map. I'm not saying anything about anywhere else. But this place is cool.
Godspeed, racers. This is your curator. Why dash right away to your next race? Take
little brake boost, you know? Oh gosh. This game, it brings back weird memories, man. Weird memories. Because this whole time I'm just thinking like back to 2017 when everyone liked this game. Obviously when I say everyone, I'm
Hope you enjoyed being
exaggerating.
on
But I think you know what I'm saying. A whole lot of people liked this game at one point.
Tonight's winner will be King 6. Let him lead after the halfway point.
One thing I don't like though is how long it takes just to get kind of settled into the game. Same thing with Most Wanted 05. Why do I gotta, like, do so many flashback races, if you will? Man, I don't care about what happened. I mean, yeah, I understand it's good for to set up the story and everything, and it'd be the sensible thing to do. Come on, man.
Halfway point's coming up, Sidewinder.
I don't remember. When you buy nitrous in this game, does it increase by... it seems to be like time increase in us, but... You know, what are the specifics you get? Also get nitrous that'll... regenerate and drift more, or, you know? Oh, this game had speed cards, didn't it? Yeah, so I guess it depends on that. You know, one thing I appreciate about this game, I don't have damage to worry about. I'm gonna miss the ability to do engine swaps though. That's gonna be a little disappointing. Alright. Maybe now we can get our own cars. You know? Oh gosh. Okay. Still in here, aren't I? No, okay. This part. You know, in a game where you don't have damage, why would I be threatened by this AI? I don't really understand. No, it's a time trial, so obviously they can deter you. That is reasonable. The beginning of this game is slow. It's pretty slow. I mean, I remember even when playing this game for the first time again, when I enjoyed it and everyone enjoyed it. Everyone in my circle anyways. You know, even then, I was just waiting till the real game started. Like Carbon. You know, Carbon also took its sweet time, but it didn't take this much time, I don't think, you know? Start out in the M3. Whoa, where am I going? The M3 gets taken. Oh, come on, man. I remember what happens after that. I think you get your own car, and then you learn about the crew system, and then boom, you're in. You know, it still took some time, but short, sweet, and to the point to some extent. Shift up, man. The game just did not want to focus on my button inputs then, didn't it? I don't miss the dialogue in this game at all. That is true. Any moment now. Why though? Good question. I just saw the comment.
Imagine
Oh,
a city where risk is
well, as I skip this cutscene, you see, everyone just hates this game so hard. But I still very vividly remember when me and my friend group and most of the people I knew were like, you know what? Yeah, this game's great. This game's fun. You see, people hate this game because they're so emotionally attached to it. They had expectations from 2015 because they enjoyed 2015 a lot. I mean, I enjoyed 2015 a lot, and I enjoyed 2015 more than this game. That's true. But I still remember enjoying this game initially because I wasn't focused on, I guess, more or less my expectations. Now, is it important that you focus on how, I guess, the betterment of the developer's abilities goes? Yeah, I mean, I understand how it could be this game is disappointing and it didn't live up to expectations.
focus, Mac.
That's for sure, but like I said earlier in the stream, I'm telling you, if this game was the one we got in 2015 instead of Need for Speed 2015, people would be all over it. People would still be upset about the what's it called? People would still be upset about things like the handling and the performance, customization, and other things. But you know, 2015 more or less has more glaring issues. In 2015, the handling is trash. Now, I actually like the handling now. But me liking the handling does not mean it's good. Does not mean it's suitable for the road structure and the width of the roads. Me liking the handling doesn't mean anything. Well, all I'm gonna say is, this game is just not. I don't think it's like this cancerous tumor upon this planet that everyone seems to think it is. And that's also a valid opinion. I mean, it's an opinion. You can think whatever you want. Yeah, see, Andrew, you're saying skip the Big Bang. Don't know exactly what you're talking about. However, just gonna keep going. Onto what I was saying earlier, which is, yeah, I mean, this game's kind of bad. That's true. But, like, we as a community, I just remember, like, this is us, and just gonna keep crying and insulting the developers and everything. Like, come on, man. This game's kind of bad. We spent... You know what's funny, right? Okay, and I'm just as guilty of this as anyone else, as everyone in the community, right? I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm also acknowledging where I went wrong, right? 2015, garbage game. Now, I personally enjoyed it, right? I can admit that I enjoyed 2015 despite its numerous flaws. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, so it made some more sense that I'd be like, okay, you know, Payback. Maybe, you know, like, it would make sense that I would enjoy Payback. Or it would make sense that because I enjoyed 2015 so much despite its flaws, that I would go into Payback with high expectations. Now, even though I'm a person who enjoys 2015 despite its flaws, I still didn't enjoy this one as much, of course. But, like, the funniest thing is people who hated 2015 and spent $60 on Payback, and then got even, you know, like, wow, this game's even worse than 2015. Like, why? Did you, like, what are you doing, man? Like, unless you have money to kill, you knew that this, like, I mean, you at least, unless someone spent 60 on this game who spent 60 in 2015 and expected this game to be drastically miles better than 2015. You know, I think Stelio was saying it from the podcast earlier. You know, wait, hold on. Do I even? Oh no, the target's towards the one blue. Anyways, as he was saying, right, he saw from the very first teaser trailer, like, yeah, something's up. And, you know, people were saying, oh, you know, you're going to be the first to buy this game. And no, he wasn't. He saved his money. And, you know, I wish I would have been him. All right, I'm seeing your comment. I love how big of a drama loot boxes made in Battlefield 2. So DICE made them drop cosmetics only so the game wouldn't be pay to win. Didn't react at all to the community's outrage. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Post-launch support was abysmal for Payback. They very clearly, made their own mistakes, and yeah, the loot box kind of mechanic in Payback, it's awful. It's cancer. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't have been in there. But like, it's like, man, people are saying this is the worst Need for Speed game of all time. I understand this is my least favorite Need for Speed game of all time. That's more or less a subjective statement. That's your opinion. Like, saying this is the like, dude, Rivals barely even works. Like, just as a functioning piece of software, Rivals like hardly turns on. I don't know, man. I really think people are just so emotionally attached negatively to this game that it stops them from thinking about, like, okay, like, what do we actually have here? What do I have in front of me? I remember some of my friends, in a Discord server, were all so hyped about Payback. Like, when it's midnight, exactly at the time of release, obviously adjusted per time zone. They're like, oh my gosh, I can actually turn my car now, because of how crappy 2015's handling is. But whoa. Right, so, as you can physically see, there are still issues with this game. But back to what I'm saying, they're so hyped about this, and they enjoyed this game. And then it's just, I don't know, I can't, I'll never be able to get my point across in a concise way unless I, like, write a script or make a video about it. But, my thoughts are Payback, kind of mediocre, kind of bad in some ways. Really bad in other ways, and pretty good in other ways too. Just an all-around mixed bag. Overall, it still is kind of bad. But like, if I see this for $5, I'm gonna recommend it to my friends, and I don't think I'm a bad person for doing that. I mean, also because to insinuate that someone's a bad person because of their opinion on a piece of software and their recommendations based off of it, that'd be ridiculous. But in general, all I'm saying is, this game for $5, $7 or something, you can have fun with it. It depends on how you how much money something is worth is entirely up to the person sort of valuing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you find this for $5, you can mess around with cars, you can customize them, you can cruise around in the city. And I genuinely think, okay, call me crazy, I think you get $5 worth. 60? No. No, you're not getting, it's not $60 worth. And even at launch, the game was not, I think because of its problems, because of this, that, and the other thing, it was not worth 60. The same could be said for 2015, but I enjoyed it so much. My subjective enjoyment of the game meant that I was okay with paying 60. So, that's also a question that depends. I also, I didn't like how short this game was. Little did I know that games would get so much shorter with heat, being basically like 3 hours long. It feels. I'm gonna try to check the chat while, I'm not really good at multitasking, but okay. How would stability be like? Yeah. Is undercovers hatred because of PC Master Race type of people. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. That's what happens when I don't pay attention. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on this. You can witness my horrendous driving skills. And then I'll start reading the chat box in a bit. I also think this game in general was too easy, but I think there were a couple of times with the hard difficulty, at least when I initially played this game, had me maybe restart a race or two, but whatever. Alright. Yay, drifting. Okay, let me see what the heck's going on. Well, to me it's like Most Wanted successor, but with horrible texture, and I don't understand how Kuru... They hated it with cast customization, Pursuit Breaker's intriguing story. Right, I mean, entirely depends subjectively. I understand when someone who buys Payback and instantly they don't like it, and they kind of are more or less consistent with that. what baffles my mind is when someone's like, man, this game's awesome. I love this game. You know, in 2017, and then a few months later, when the post-launch support is terrible, like, man, this game was garbage. I can't believe I ever liked it. Like, come on, man. That's what I don't understand. You know. Let me see. Okay, I bought this game for $60 US. Back in the day, this is the first Need for Speed I played after Most Wanted 2012. I pretty much skipped Rivals in 15. All right. Yeah, I mean, still, it's not the worst game in the world. This game, pretty sure Rubber Band cannot be as fun, but as a single player game, it's quite great. Yeah, you know, I don't necessarily, I don't even know if I fully agree. Just in terms of like its single player progression, but you know, I can understand why you would like this game. You know, there's people every so often I make the mistake of browsing the Need for Speed Reddit, and in there, it's, you know, some people are like, man, Payback is like my favorite racing game of all time, right? Like, obviously, I disagree with that a whole lot. Most definitely, I disagree. But and there's, you know, I don't know if you specifically are listening, but I'm not going to name you, but you know who you are, posting screenshots of that and saying, oh, I can't believe these people, like, they actually like think Payback is their favorite game. Yeah, I disagree with them too, but like, just let them be, you know? At the end of the day, it's a video game. There's no reason to be so serious about it. I'm just reading, I would rate Undercover as S tier, from like triple S to F. Yeah, you know, Undercover, it has its flaws, but considering I paid $2.70 for it a few years back, I had a lot of fun on it. So, and I think maybe part of the reason was just knowing that I spent so little. I'm just gonna pick the S2000. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna pick the Buick. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Buick. Yeah, isn't this like 90% off on Steam right now? It's fairly cheap. It's you know, it's fairly cheap. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this game had super builds. Super builds were kind of a unique thing. Almost every Reddit is toxic. Yeah, that's ain't that the truth? Can I tune my car now? I just want to be able to tune my car, man. Whoa, okay. A little weird little sort of crab walking thing going on here. You know, on 2012, it's funny. I love making fun of Most Wanted 2012. Just being honest here, I initially liked Most Wanted 2012 when I was young. When it came out, I was, I think, 12 at the time. And you know, I did like the older Need for Speed games still at that point, you know, grew up with Underground and whatever. I know I didn't grow up with Hot Pursuit and High Stakes and everything, you know, whatever. And I still wanted more or less a proper sequel to the original Most Wanted. Regardless, because I enjoyed Burnout Paradise so much, and the Most Wanted 2012 and Paradise are comparable, I still enjoyed the game initially. Like, can I just skip? Can I just... Game design, ladies and gentlemen. More or less I enjoyed Most Wanted 2012. Came back to it and I was like, you know what? I actually really don't enjoy this game. I genuinely think that Most Wanted 2012 was basically Burnout Paradise, but inferior in several ways. I went back to it and I kind of enjoyed it a little bit now, you know? I went back to it and, like, I don't know, it's still kind of enjoyable. And again, since you guys are joining later, yes, I have $3 million. I actually don't know how to reset the amount of money you have when you reset the journey in this game. It just, you know, decides, hey, you're gonna keep however much money you had before. But,
Hey, man,
yeah.
where'd you
I like
get
Most
your
Wanted 2012, I'm playing it right now.
Right,
Yeah,
have
you know,
what I needed.
it's...
We're off to the dealership.
I
Buy
think
some off-road wheels.
Most Wanted 2012 has definitely has
yeah.
enjoyable qualities,
I can lend you some money.
and I actually do enjoy certain parts of it. But some parts I'm also like, okay, this is frustrating.
Which one are you
Like,
going for?
the crash cams, see, the crash cams in Burnout never frustrated me, because when you crash in Burnout, you would actually be attentive because you're like, okay, am I gonna get a wreck, or am I gonna get the drive away, you know, condition, if you will. There's a little bit of like a functionality to seeing what's gonna happen. Also, all the wreckage and the parts and everything, right? So sometimes it'd be entertaining, and they wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't go into slow motion when you played online, the wrecks and burnout. Most Wanted 2012, it just feels like you scrape something, some particles fall off your car, and then you just kind of sit there for a second, you know, just kind of waiting for the cutscene to end. Now, I also heard the argument, wouldn't that be good game design? Because you're making it frustrating to crash, so that the player knows to avoid crashing. Yes, but there's other ways you can do it. Like in Burnout, when you crash during a race, yeah, it's entertaining, but you're very aware of the fact that you're going to be losing the more often you crash, right? That's a way to make like, it is still very apparent that you're not supposed to be crashing, but it doesn't make it a frustrating experience. It just makes it, okay, this is entertaining, but you know, I'm gonna end up losing the race if I'm not more careful about this. That's just one of the things. The crash cams in Most Wanted 2012. I know they can't necessarily do a whole lot of damage because of licenses, but then implement a different system. You know, there's other things. There's a whole situation with the handling model in 2012. You see, Burnout is extremely arcade, and I think it works out very well. Why can't I select it? Maybe the prompt was telling me information I just skipped over like a dummy. Anyways, you know, the handling model in Most Wanted 2012, it is not realistic by any means, but it's just like that 2% has that little tiny hint, smidge of realism. I mean, like, compare it to Burnout, okay? Most Wanted 2012 is a very unrealistic game, but compare it to Burnout, right? The handling is much more realistic to Burnout. And they're still both extremely arcade. I'm telling you, like, it just feels a little sluggish, a little weird. You see, I still feel the same way about Hot Pursuit 2010's handling. Like, I find it sluggish and frustrating. But the roads, I feel like the map design is it's almost as if they're completely aware. Shut up, man. Okay, come on, man. Just let me play this game. All right. It feels as though it's ever so slightly too realistic for the type of gameplay it wants to have, and the road design. I mean, like, if you're in wide sweeping corners, handling model in 2012 is great. When you're in the city, it gets a little annoying, but I still kind of sort of enjoy it. At least, definitely more than I did previously. Previously meaning, like, the period what I really hated 2012. All right, so I'm just gonna read some of the chat. Yeah. I thought Hot Pursuit crash cams were sort of entertaining, but nothing compared to Burnout. Yeah, car flies, zero gravity with ridiculous spins. Hot Pursuit felt nothing. Yeah, I understand, you know, that what happens is they want you to feel they want you to feel penalized for crashing, because that's almost like classical conditioning in psychology. You know, you give a bad experience to someone to, what is that, negative reinforcement? I don't remember, man. Hold on, are these worth anything? Nope. Okay. 33. You know, I just okay. I really don't want to use these. Wait. Only drag car you own, it cannot be sold. Only drift, right? Okay, I understand. Derelict slot, I remember those. Yeah, okay. Because don't I have another? Oh, right. Wait. It just gives you the recreation of Eddie's car. Is that because I already beat the game and then I reset the story? Man. Yeah, I don't care. No. I'm not even gonna allow myself the temptation to use a car like that. Anyways. Okay. I remember this. I have to do different things. You know, I don't like this, but I don't hate it either. But yeah, like build a car from derelict parts. That's gonna will take some time just to do some you know, headlight customization. Come on, drift for 8 seconds, speed runs. I want to knock out some of these right now. Maybe I should write them down because I sometimes make the comparison of my brain operates like a computer. I have very little RAM. Very, very little RAM. I cannot multitask. I can't do multiple things at the same time. No, absolutely not. And I also have very low storage because I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna say, okay, let's buy a second garage and also perform a jump with more than 3 seconds, and then blah blah blah. And then because I don't write anything down, I'm not gonna remember. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Right now, I'm just waiting on my laggy, extremely laggy surface. Come on. Thank you. Oh boy. You know, is it random? It has nothing to do with this game. And less to do with my channel, but guys, do not purchase a base model Surface Go 2 under any circumstances at all, ever. Do not do it. This is my official warning. I'm doing it just to have OneNote on it, just so I can write some stuff. And I'm telling you, it lags on OneNote and OneNote only. And there's nothing else in the background, especially if you have like a bigger OneNote file. So like I have these for my mechanics class. I had to do these 4 different projects, and they end up being like give or take 12 to 15 pages long, and a base model Surface Go 2 cannot handle that, and it's ridiculous. Okay, let's see what are some of the things. Buy a second. Okay, I'm gonna write down. Buy a second garage. What else do I want to do? Jump with more than. I don't know if we'll have enough speed to do that. You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe that skyline I just bent would have been able to do that. Whoops. I'll just write that down. Jump with more than 3 seconds of airtime. Right. Okay. 3 speed traps with 2-star rating. I'm just saying, like, what are some of the things we can probably do now? Right. 3 jumps with 2-star ratings. Okay. Roaming racer. Yeah, we should be able to do that. Right now, we're just gonna get some performance customization. Drift for 8 seconds. Probably the easiest thing. And the soundtrack. I do not like the soundtrack as much as I do 2015. I get partially a subjective thing. I think more or less just because of the experience I had with 2015 and what that came from that. It doesn't reflect my music taste, no. You know, unless there's gonna... My ideal Need for Speed soundtrack would have Mastodon and Megadeth and Amon Amarth, but you know, that's for a different conversation. 3 speed runs with 1-star rating. I have a feeling we'll get the 1-star rating customization things pretty easily, but for the rest, I'm not so sure. No, we're not gonna build a car from derelict parts. Buy a second garage. Right. Okay, so speed traps. Okay, basically a one star and 2-star ratings. Drive for 100. That's gonna be a while. 175. We aren't gonna be able to do that. 95. Gosh, nope. Drift zones with 1-star. Speed traps with 1-star. Did I see one with jumps? I don't know. And you know what? Whatever. Let's just do a couple of things with star activities. Just do some. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Wait. I need to. 1 second. Okay. So I've written the stuff with. By the way, I'm really sorry if this is really annoying. Drift zones. Okay. Didn't actually write down the drift zone stuff. Drift zones with 1-star rating. Considering that it's a 1-star rating, I'm probably not gonna have to get out the drift card. So, time to
What do you got, Rav?
I know of 2 leagues worth your time out here.
do
in the
this
desert.
stuff.
This one is a racing league called the Graveyard Shift, led by La Katrina.
All right. Multicolored. I did not pay attention enough. Oh boy, how did this game even work? Does it already? Right. Okay. I mean, we can obviously purchase a garage. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fast travel there till I do that. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh yeah, speed cross. That was the thing, wasn't it? Right. I also just realized how much of an unfair advantage of having progression in terms of certain things like money and speed cards still be there, because I got 1,000 speed cards. Yeah, I think I'm not really gonna feel the negative effects of that too much here, but whatever. Actually, that is actually pretty disappointing. Granted, I can use cheat engine to give myself 0 money. And honestly, maybe I should have done that, but whatever. Cannot be bothered. Okay. Man, the sense of speed is pretty terrible. Heat definitely improved there. That's a roaming racer. But what's their 169 and 133? Yeah, 130, whatever. 130, whatever. That's still 1 star. Okay. Gas stations. Yeah, cool. Trying to look for speed traps with 2-star ratings. Yeah, dang, 130 looks like 40. Yeah, yeah. Sense of speed just is not good. How far away is this garage? I just want to tune my car, man. I actually don't remember what button. Nope. I thought I just hit the right on the D-pad. That changes the song. It's down! Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, man. Wait, why is there... This must be part of the one mod that I have. I only have one, which is for customization, but I guess tuning is a part of customization. All right, cool. I don't really care about that. Tire grip, low or high? I gotta experiment with this in-air control. Yes, please. I would like to play some F-Zero, but not really F-Zero, but kind of not. Was it traction control, or no? In this game, stability is what prevents you from drifting. Well, does it actually prevent you from? Maybe not. I don't know. Does this game favor? You know, something's up with the handling when you got a question. Is it better for tires to have more grip or less grip? Isn't that a question? Okay, where am I even going? Come on. Oh, come on. Man, is it weird? I like this map. I like this map, I really do. That's just the truth. Clown on me if you want. That's okay. I opened myself up to it. I like Payback's map. Not so much the off-road parts, but that's for a different conversation. Yes. Yes, please. Okay, cool. That is done. Now, we want to do jumps. We want to do other stuff. Okay, see what you guys are saying about the soundtrack. I like the race songs. Drift music is okay-ish. Free roam gets in the bed. You see, here's the thing, right? it's hard to create a soundtrack that a whole lot of people are gonna like. Just because music is subjective to a large degree. I could go into really complex things and theories I have about music theory and other things that I've learned and thought about from my friends about how one can measure certain aspects of music, but that's for such a different conversation. All I'm saying is, in general, music is pretty subjective. So, you know, it's hard to have a balanced soundtrack. So, you know what you want to do instead? Instead of, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. Craft a soundtrack the way you want, but also remember that people like other things, and you can't please everyone. So instead, have an E-Tracks type of feature, EA tracks, like we did in the older games. Cause that way, if somebody don't like the music you got, that's okay. They can customize it. That is, I think, a part of what makes a soundtrack potentially objective. You know? Because if you can actually figure out that, you know, you can actually just find a way to customize the soundtrack, then you're gonna make the most amount of people happy, because that's just what you have to do. You can always pick songs that you think are in general popular. You can pick what's popular now, you can pick what's popular back then. There's so many different things, but I think an objectively good soundtrack is one that is good because of its feature set. Yeah, so that's something I think people should have done. This person is 181. I would get destroyed. You know, I could also just set the difficulty to easy and then... Still 1 star? Unlucky. I'm just gonna do a couple of these, honestly. Who cares, man? About the customization. I'll figure that stuff out later. Get that stuff eventually. Yeah, there you go. Unlock rear bumpers customization. So, we did some of the 1-star stuff. I haven't been very consciously attacking. I'm just sort of just driving around and seeing what things we can accomplish in the meantime. This isn't the fastest car I've driven, I'll be honest. Alright. See, this was an interesting concept where you keep an average speed. Actually, do we have these in Heat? Is that a thing? These activities? I genuinely do not remember. Still 1 star. Unlucky. Okay. There's this jump. Ah, but I have to land there first. I'm gonna read some of the... While I drive aimlessly, I'm gonna read some of the chat. According to punk rock NBA, new metal is a safe middle ground for rock genre for both old and young. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. If I made a NFS tier list sheet, most of the community rated Hot Pursuit 2 most wanted. It's better to best soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know. It's something worth considering. Okay, you know what? We got a couple of these jump things. Just gonna get the head start, more or less. Come on. Yeah, I would think most wanted 05. If it wasn't for the fact that it's so dang short, the soundtrack, one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time, period. It's how I discovered Mastodon, which is now my favorite band. Yeah, that was a 2-star jump. 3 jumps with 2-star ratings. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Can we do this one though? That is the question. Oh, you know what? I just realized what I should have done. We're gonna try that again. I'm gonna, as we're going, I'm gonna reduce downforce so that's easier to have a higher top speed. I mean, my favorite OSTs in Underground 2 and Underground 1. Underground 2 and 1 and 2 had masterful soundtracks. That is for sure. Wait, isn't there also another speed trap? Or jump going this direction? I don't remember. Okay, hold on. Nah, but I didn't use NOS because I was not paying attention. That's 2 stars. Okay, that's all we gotta care about. We don't care about 3 stars, we care about 2. Low physics, yes sir. But the difference, hold on. The difference of me is that I also find it's hard to find songs I don't like in 2015 Pro Street Noise. Yeah. I used to dislike Pro Street soundtrack. I don't know how, but I eventually came around to it. I'd probably be way faster on my off-road car. Yeah, I'll save those jumps for those. But speed run. Did we do that? No, we did not. I'm gonna go back around, do that other jump with low downforce. See if we can get some stuff there. By the way, I'm gonna be streaming for about probably a bit less than a bit less than half an hour from now. Maybe 20-ish or so minutes. I got some stuff I need to do. Okay, maybe the NOS will regenerate a decent enough amount of time. I keep forgetting that what's that? Okay, and don't know why I shifted to 4th, and we will not make. Nope. Okay. All right. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Gonna see if we can hit this speed run here. And aren't there jumps over there? Perhaps. I don't know. Gotta look at the map a little bit just to make sure. There's that one to our side. That's another one. Wow. I just missed it. Just reading. Do you guys even care for the NFS reveal next year? Not really, no. I don't really have any. Here's the thing, guys. You can't be let down if you don't have any expectations. It just can't happen. Okay, this time, you know, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna use my brain. I'm gonna actually get the speed run. Eventually, it's this car's you know, it's our starting car. I don't like it when starting cars are quick. I know some other people have different opinions, and that's fine. I prefer to sort of feel the progression of things. Oh, I should have been in an off-road car for this, shouldn't I? Yeah, alright, okay. It's time to go back to the garage. Can you just skip to the garage, or do you have to? Right, okay. Thanks, Criterion. Yeah, but you have to be careful here, because Criterion is more or less just the previous Ghost staff minus some people, plus some people, and, you know. The Criterion we've got now is very different from the Criterion we had making 2012, Hot Pursuit 2010, and especially Burnout. So, something we gotta be careful. All I can say is I'm optimistic about it. Yeah, just still, you know, it helps to be careful about these things, because you never know when you end up being disappointed by something. So, and why did this game have to have this Impreza? Of all the other Imprezas, it had to be this one, didn't it? Okay. Or did you just gotcha. Okay, I think there was different tuning. Softer power steering, grip balance, jumping. Oh my gosh. Okay, bro. Tire compound, balance or terrain? Okay, so basically can make it better for off-roading, I think. Jumping, big air or landing recovery. That's, you know, I wish this actually had, that was the thing that the game had, you know, in its official tuning. Grip balance, I do not remember what I want to do for grip balance at all. I don't remember what's good. Just gonna, sure. And, okay. And, okay. And, yeah. Tuned my car like a professional. Heat was close to perfect. S tier single player game. But disagree, the online ruined it for me. Right. With Heat, yeah, I think they had a pretty decent, you know, base, but it's just what they did with it, you know, with the launch support. There are a lot of problems that the game had, it still has, and in the single player. I mean, it just, aside from the single player being as short as it is, when you think about it, I mean, you guys probably remember the AI being kind of annoying. Not annoying, but unbalanced or inconsistent. That's the word I'm looking for. How am I looking for chips? And the reason that is, you got, when you actually look at how fast the AI is, according to their performance level, let's say you're in a race that recommends you be level 280. You got AI that's 210 and 380 in the same, like, you see what I'm saying, right? Obviously, it's just not balanced well at all. And they didn't seem to fix that. There's loads of other things. I talked more about it in a dedicated video. Base game is still bugged. 7 years and they still have problems. Yeah, that's true. I really don't know what else to say. I don't know what angle I should get that jump from. How many? Right, next star 75. Okay, it also tells you right there. Got it. By the way, if someone actually knows how to properly tune off-road cars, please tell me. I would not like to live in ignorance. Okay, that's another jump. I probably did all the things that I need to jumps for. I just, why not? One star, okay, whatever, man. I honestly do not care too much. However, I'm gonna get this speed run thing. Little brake boost. Okay. Almost feels like the Buick was faster, but that definitely wasn't. But dang, this game really penalizes you for straying off the trail. All right. The dirt handling in this game was confusing. A little bit confusing at times. Okay, you know what? I have no idea if we're ever gonna get some of these things. Let's drift for 8 seconds straight. Drift zones. I forgot drift zones. Gosh. Boy. Okay. Do we have access to the city? We have to drive there, don't we? Oh, we can fast travel to dealerships. Sick. Okay. What do we want to do? Drift zones and just drifting, and also roaming racer. Gotcha. I guess this sort of initial stream, more or less, is sort of just a starting point of things. We're just kind of setting things up, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna go tune this thing. We are gonna have all the grip in the rear, and we are gonna have balance. And wait, that wouldn't that make it? Actually, don't even. Cause okay, dude, a grip balance. Like I don't have a really too much of a real world equivalent to understand what's going on. Like, what are you doing here, man? You changing the scrub radius? Or you like what's going on here? I don't know. I need a place where I can. Well, firstly, I just need to find drift zones, but I also need a place where I can drift for 8 seconds straight. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to find. I'll find drift zones. It won't be too bad. Won't be too hard. Find them eventually. Any minute now. I'll find one. Meanwhile, we will do this speedrun, which I don't quite think I'm gonna get. Oh, yeah, okay, we just barely did it. You know what? Because we have the money, we might have not unlocked a lot of stuff, but I think I'm just gonna go buy, maybe just go buy a different car. Off-road. Alright, okay, that dealership's over there. I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. And what's actually happening is nothing's getting done. So I'm just gonna fast travel here. And maybe I'll find some drift zones. I don't remember how many I need to do to get it with a 1-star rating to get the unlock. Well, let me think about where there could have been places that I know for sure have drift zones. I think this place does. So we're gonna go for that. And also because it's a big loop, I'm fairly certain I'll be able to drift for 8 seconds. I mean, I'm fairly certain a normal human being will be able to drift there for 8 seconds. Me and my current tuning setup, if you could even call it that, probably not. Why is it? Whoa! I'm not moving. I set my controller down. I'm not touching my controller. It's just going. Dudes, if you saw a camera right now, I'm hands free. I'm not touching anything. It's trying to move. Okay, I'll just unplug the controller. Let's try this again. There we go. Wow, that was a magical experience. Wasn't it? Where do I want to go? Oh gosh. That sure was something. Maybe that happens when you try to tune and drive at the same time. In any case. Maybe off camera I'll try to properly get some of the customization things taken care of. Wait, are there no drift zones? Because I haven't unlocked proper drift events yet. Because I'm 89% sure there's a drift zone here. What is going on? You have to unlock them? The drift zones? Oh man, okay. Well, that changes things, doesn't it? I still have to do the whole drift for 8 seconds straight. Gonna do that. I think I'll do... see what time it is. Maybe I'll do one event and then I'll call it a stream. Gameplay. This is gameplay. Has that been 8 seconds? I haven't been keeping track. We'll just drift for a little bit. Admire the views. Alright, I'm done. I did not see a notification, and honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna go. Gonna go to this race event and finally do something. Zones is for stars for shipments. More reasons to hate Payback. Shipments were interesting. Shut up, game. I do not want to hear your tutorial. Available 383 rolls. Yeah, we can just get 399 straight off the bat. We don't even need to upgrade. Let's just do this race. Oh. Alright. You know, again, I'm not hating myself right now. And I'm not hating this experience. Maybe I should, but I'm not hating it. It's not the worst game ever, guys. It's not the worst game ever.
What do we have here?
Alright.
How about we make a little extra money on
Hit 25.
I'll tell you the
I don't care. I have 833. I have $3 million. Not $33 million. No, $3 million. Ah, you can't change tuning in the middle of a race. Understandable. Let's see it. Tune for balance. Not terrain. Probably not a good idea. To be fair. We'll see. And you know what? Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna buy an actual car. I know we have the GNX, but I want to see what we can buy. I never learned to drive. Sorry, I had to leave for something. The millisecond this race ends, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Right. Okay. Or about customization later. Do that later. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna keep doing this because it's not that bad.